I'm great. I'm very excited to be here and hosting the Raw Draft with my fellow Pookie, Mr. Muffin Man. And we do already see the first pick coming through, and not to anyone's shock, but it is Snoozism. He's a very, very good solo jungle. He has been on a bit of a Fenrod recently, only playing Fenrir in ranked, but he's also a great first pick, so I'm really happy with this decision. Just come in, pop, pop, pop. Also a great player.
Muffin, your audio's cooked. You sound like a hamster. No, you sound like a hamster.
Apologies that we're having a bit of some technical difficulties as the Muffin Man has in fact been possessed by a chipmunk, and we're trying to fix it real quick. Yeah, I will keep talking. But it is it appears that moon jumping is indeed the second pick of the draft. Again, a very, very expected pick. Just an overall great player. Really good mid laner, decent jungler. Really fun to be around. Just a great person to be around, honestly.
All right,
And great player as well.
I think I fixed my issues. Chat will keep me updated on that. Galactic Gangsters, our turn to pick. I have a decent idea. I think I could be surprised here. We don't know.
Could be anyone, honestly.
Could be anyone. Oh, wait.
It is indeed Intrict.
Oh, I am surprised.
Galactic Gangsters. He's a very, very good mid laner and a really, really solid pick overall. I think he's more of a hard carry type of mid laner. So I'm very excited to see what he's going to do over in Vok. We do see mids going quite early, surprisingly, which is actually kind of interesting because there are a lot of mids in the draft, but not a lot of other roles in Raw. So it's really exciting that we see 2 mid picks back to back.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, just looking at this pool, I've got it pulled up to the side here. A lot of these mid laners are probably going to have to offer the support. There's quite a few secondary support mid laners here. And as far as support goes, it looks like a few signed up last minute or got moved up. So we're looking at about 6 or so support, like, main roles. So a few of those will have to either be drafted up, which if you guys didn't know already, there's going to be quite a few draft ups. Last I heard, it was about 11. There might be more now. I'm seeing some people on the list that weren't there yesterday. So there's definitely a few people. There's definitely a few people to be looking at coming into this. And if you're an ETH player who's like kind of been struggling to get into that next level, now's a good time to be excited for something like that. Because towards the end of this draft, they're going to be forced to pick some ETH players, and some of them are going to have to start. There's just not enough in that raw pool to fully suffice. So we will definitely see.
Exactly. And we do see another pick coming through towards the King's Court. We see Wingman Ghost being picked to the TKC. I believe he has not been playing around draft leagues recently all that much, but he's a really good support and a mid player. I think could be a both flex for the King's Court. Overall, a really, really solid player and kind of expected to be going up super early as well. We do see it. Ali the Camel is now on the clock, and we're going to be seeing who he's going to be picking for his team. And it is, in fact, me. He has claimed me. I now belong to Ali the Camel in his team, and I'm playing for him.
Yeah.
Give him a heart react as well.
A little heart reacting. Get to see my Pookie Bear picked early, 5th pick. It's
it's as simple as that. Yeah, I just wanted to let me know that was the only one that got some reactions going.
Yeah, I mean, really, just what I'd expect out of my Pookie. I believe you know quite a lot about this player.
Yeah, I do know, actually. I mean, I know all of these players that are getting drafted. See, Archon EV going into Drunk Diplomat's team. Again, a very, very good mid laner, more of the hard carry type. He is very, very good on like those mage picks, like just mons that are kind of like super, kind of like big damage, big ultimates. But he's also good in like other things as well. Like he has a lot of like a really deep god pool. So I'm really happy to be seeing him go up with his fellow mid laner super early on. Oh, we do see a GIF trying to be sent and not loading correctly, and now gets deleted.
One of the things that's been surprising me so far about this draft is just the availability of the mid lane player pool in the early like the urgency that all these teams are picking the mid lane with. The mid lane is by far the most stacked pool
It really is.
in the divisions. So to see multiple teams look for these mid laners this early is a little bit surprising, to say the least. I'm just a little surprised, considering that, I mean, you look at the support list. I'm seeing 4 supports. I'm seeing 4 jungles. So and 2 of those jungles are captains. so you think I mean, both of these jungles have not been picked yet, so I'm a little surprised. Just the lack of urgency on picking up a jungle, such a crucial role, especially in draft leagues. And support. I mean, once you get to this level, support is just as crucial of a role to have filled as jungle. So to see them kind of trail off and lag behind is very, very much surprising to me.
No, I definitely agree. It is actually very interesting that no one's focusing on these less popular roles. But I guess like the idea I think for most of these captains coming through is if like they want a mid laner, like all these mid laners that have been picked so far are like more of the hard carry types
Mhm.
that are capable of just kind of like like if you let them just like if you give them the space they need, they will carry the game for you,
Mhm.
right? So maybe that's what they're going for, which I think is a respectable like draft strategy. But again, I do think it's somewhat important to be getting some picks getting some roles that you filled out before that every single player that is draftable goes away, basically. But we do see Miss Vipers kind of struggling to get their pick in on the clock, about to be skipped, not having a lot of time left. It's kind of interesting.
I mean, look, stressful times. There's a lot of people up on the board. There's a lot of people to think about. It would be such a shame to have such an early pick, especially because I mean these picks are so valuable. Your early picks are going to be the cores of your team. So if they can't get this pick in, I don't know. It could spell disaster later on in the draft. There's high possibilities at this point that the first few picks that they were looking at get sniped simply because they're now back at the end of the draft.
Ooh, that is really unfortunate. They managed to miss the pick time, which means we're going to be moving on to the next pick on the draft.
This does create the funniest timeline, though. All right.
Oh yeah.
You're the wheel pick. Imagine you've got 2 picks lined up. You pick one of them.
In a way.
Uh-oh, Miss Vipers missed their pick. They come back, you get sniped. You don't even think you can get sniped anymore because you're the wheel pick. Boom. Miss Vipers take it. So, I mean, maybe we'll see a world where something that turns out. Gold Diggers pick it up, not a Valve game.
We do see one of the other Soliners go through. Valve is a very, very solid player. Oh,
it's really nice to it's really nice to have someone.
It is simply fantastic. I agree.
Yeah, it's really nice to have them come back in and. Oh wait, that confused me. Valve has been picked. Made me think that it was already picked, and now I got lost, fellas. That's just what happens. Miss Vipers given another chance so early. Will they make it happen?
Are they going to be drafting, or they're just going to continue thinking here?
Wait.
We do see DMs getting leaked. Don't look, everyone. Close your eyes. You almost saw our very, very not safe for work DMs, Team Muffin Man. But thankfully we were able to avoid that. We get to look at this Manta. We can talk a bit more about this Valve pickup here, who is, I believe, that really, really good Soliner, and he's other Soliners that have been picked so far. He's also one of the ones that can like kind of hard carry to get him on his own if given like the right circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really happy with this pick being so far up. And also, he's a teammate of mine from the famous Cruton Assault League that just concluded his first season, and we won a ring together. So tons of respect for that guy.
Yeah.
You see Miss Viper is kind of being asleep on the wheel right now. Can't get the pick going.
Not my DMs. So it seems the pick has been made. We just gotta wait for it to appear here.
To be found. Who could it be?
Lost in translation.
It has been lost in translation. Bubble is very angry and is currently growling at C-Page for not putting the pick through. Oh, wait, maybe we have some life here?
Oh, C-Page is back alive.
He's alive again. Maybe we have a pick.
There we go. We got double.
We got it. We got double. All right. I'm a little solo laner. Solo laners are going pretty quick, but double gets picked to Mist Vipers. Decent solo laner. Likes to play more towards just like a facilitator role rather than a hard carry. And I think that if you can draft a team that is going to use that kind of facilitator role, he'll be able to shine. And yeah, let's continue. We're back to Gold Diggers.
I wonder
if just drafted
if that double pick right there is going to influence the rest of this draft. These solos are coming off the board quickly. Double, Valve, Snooze, and you are already gone. And so out of the solo lane pool, of the solo mains pool, Aztec and Johnny Kassar are the only people left.
Quasar.
Granted, Quasar.
Quasar. Johnny Kassar. All right, yeah, I do think we'll see Johnny Kassar go up very, very soon. Oh, okay, F6. Okay, Dean is surrendering the draft, it seems. I think he's done. He's made his hard carry pick.
Look, if maybe he wanted double Gus Knight. Maybe the prophecy happened and he just wanted to drop out. Flippin' Ninjas.
Flippin' Ninjas.
One of the first supports picked.
That is true.
I really like these supports coming off the board. Both these supports and these solo laners are already looking to be dry off the board. The jungles as well, just because there's not any left. Not because like people are drafting them. There just wasn't any to begin with.
There weren't any.
So hopefully some of these mid laners can play jungle.
I know one that can.
We'll see. Yeah, there's a few people you can slot around, move around in the role that we'll probably see come up later. As time goes on, Mist Vipers picking again. Will we see them even pick? Will they even pick? Who knows?
It could be anyone.
It could be.
It could be me again.
It could even be no one.
It could just be me again. They could just draft me for the second time.
They could.
It appears that we have deployed the cows in order to force them to draft, but unfortunately the GIF is not loading.
There we go. We got Drayden Smite.
Smite. I believe he's new to draft leagues, but he's a big time ranked player. So I think that is going to be bringing a lot of more of that, like, hey man, I'm used to playing 1v9, I'm gonna carry my team by myself kind of vibes. So yeah, and we see that Drunk Diplomat is currently up on the clock, and I think it's going to be the one and only. I'm calling it right now. It's gonna be Johnny Kassar right here. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling Johnny Kassar from Drunk Diplomat.
You mean Johnny Quasar?
No, it's Johnny Kassar now. That is definitely Johnny Kassar.
Johnny Kassar.
Yep.
The Johnny Kassar pickup. So I mean, we're looking at it. One solo main left on the board. Aztec is left. We could see some of the other people. Expert. I don't know what he's doing in mid, but he's probably coming back to solo. It seems.
Expert is definitely coming back to solo.
There's a few mid laners with some solo potential here left over. So, I mean, there's these teams are prioritizing the solo lane. This is definitely something that they were really, really concerned about. Not too concerned about the jungle, it seems. We'll see. What is this?
As you can see, Ali the Camel had used his ultimate technique of leaking DMs and has now done a lot of damage to Drunk Diplomat, calling him up for the last second edition of Johnny Kassar into the draft boards. But we do see him pick up Control Alt I8. And now we're going to be continuing on with the draft. A lot of good developments happening in this draft. It's being quite an exciting one. And we see the King's Court are back on the boards.
Some might suggest that was sniped away from the King's Court. So we will see Aztec picked up. Wait. Oh, that's the last solo. So all of the solos are gone.
Solo laners are gone. All right.
Solo laners are gone.
Go to King's Court.
Two teams need to find a way to make solos out of what they have. We're on the board.
You're on the board. The Galactic Gangsters are now on the board. What do you think? Have you had any talks with your captain Muffin about what he could be drafting here? Do you have
Look,
any ideas of what he could be cooking up?
I'm gonna be 100% real with you guys. Action Days knows the player pool here much more than myself, and so when he made his draft plan, it was just kind of a you know him, buddy. Like you know, like, you got this, dog. So I mean, he picks up Bloom.
Pretty good pickup. I believe he is ADC's solo main, and I think he's also a good dual player. And he's been kind of doing decently well in scouting games, and I believe he likes auto attack warriors a lot, which is the current meta. So it's a very, very solid pickup in that aspect. You know, kind of playing the meta. I'm not sure how it's going to shift, but I think it's a very solid solo / ADC pickup. You see the crew is on the board, and they grabbed another mid laner. Crew currently having 3 mid signups on their team with Zarzith, Moonjumping, and Storm.
Is anybody surprised that someone had to pick up 3 mid signups? Is literally anybody surprised?
I don't believe so. I think that this is the way to go. And I think, you know what, they should go above and beyond and make sure to grab another mid on the loop around just in case.
I'm looking at these secondary roles. There's easily a team you could make that's not even like a bad team with just people signed up main role mid. So I'm not surprised to see these teams pick up basically all of these guys because they have to.
Do you see LDG Fish getting picked up to
very beneficial, yeah.
Very beneficial. Might be the most beneficial pick of the draft. And you know, I have a question for you, Muffin. What do you think the LDG and LDG Fish stands for?
Low damage? I don't know.
No, actually, I do know the answer, but I don't think I can say it on stream.
Oh, cool.
Definitely cannot say that on stream.
Thanks for asking, then, Eon.
I just wanted to see if you could come up with a better idea, or even guess it on the first try. But you know, LG Fish, I guess I can talk about him a little bit. He is a pretty good jungler. He's again like a more of a hard carry type, and I think the Snoozem Mr. Fish dive is going to be very scary to play against.
Yeah. We're gonna take a quick look at a majority of the player pool. So I don't accidentally leak DMs again. So it looks like we got a copy of the draft sheet. There we go, fellers. We finally got this up and running. I've been waiting on this. So now we can get a good look at an actual good look at these teams as they're getting picked up. But let's come back up. We got another pick. Although, yeah, let's come back to the Discord as we got Shroom being picked up for the Mystic Sea Serpents.
Picked up. Shroom. See, this is actually someone I don't know much about. I think they're new to comp scene. I've not seen much about him. I do remember vetting him though, and he had a pretty good. So that's kind of why he ended up in Raw, I believe. He also had like a good ranked look. So excited to see what he can bring to the table in the Battle of the Kings under a pretty solid backbone of a team with Fish, Skizzy, and Snooze. So I think he'll have, if he's first time playing comp, he'll have very good people to learn from. And I think it's gonna be very good for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to see these new people come to comp. We saw one earlier. You do have to worry about how they will fit and how they'll mesh into the comp sphere because comp is much different from ranked. But generally at these higher levels, these people tend to adapt pretty quickly. And it's always good to see new talent kind of come into these divisions. The expert picked up from the crew.
The expert going to the crew. He's the expert. That is true.
Which means we knew what we knew was going to happen. 1, the crew picking up another mid. 2, expert being moved back to solo.
There is another mid. That is true. Crew has only drafted mid laners. They should be calling them the mids, honestly, at this point.
Well, look. I don't know what they're supposed to do. I mean, they gotta draft the players, and like 60% of them are mid laners. So I mean, there's not a whole lot of options they could pick from. We are up on the block. I see. Actually, he's typing.
Actually, that isn't he typing?
He's
What
typing.
could be anyone.
I'm
He
getting
could
the
literally.
vibes that he's a slow typer. I'm not gonna lie to you, fellas, because he will type,
Hmm,
and then you'll see him type for like a minute, and then you'll see like a one-word answer.
I think it might be that he's thinking about it more than
he
a
could-
slow typer
he
kind of
could
deal.
be thinking about it.
He could just be conjuring something up, He could be cooking something. This pick could literally be anyone. Oh my god, my mouse almost fell off. All right, we fixed that.
I can't ping him, but we choose civilian.
Civilian. It's S villain.
S
It's Solar
villain.
Fiesta. It is Solar Fiesta. His Discord is Eric, in case people are wondering. But yeah, that is Solar Fiesta, as we do see people helping out with some friendly pings. Thank you, Ali the Camel, for giving him a little ping to help him out. And yeah, so that's another mid laner, which is interesting.
Looks like we can't pick him.
No.
Oh no, Bubbles is trolling. Bubbles
That's
trolling.
Bubble is just
Bubbles
being
just
funny.
being
Bubble is
Bubbles
just being
just
funny.
being himself.
Bubble's being a little
Um,
troll. He's being a little goober. We're used to that at this point. Everyone in the chat, make sure to ping Bubble right now in the ping Bubble for help channel. Just kidding. Don't do that. Don't actually do that.
No, you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
Why not? You only get to be in this draft league once, I guess. I don't know what I'm
Once,
saying.
yeah. I mean, after that,
So
they'll
go
probably
ahead
ban
and
you. So.
ping. Go ahead and ping Bubble. One of the things that's interesting, there's only 12 raw players left.
There is only 12 WoW players. We're going to be seeing some move ups coming from Neath.
So all of the teams that are drafting now, or I think our team will be the first team that has to pick up a Neath player, unless my math is really really wrong, which now that I'm looking at it, it is. And so,
oh, what would we do without your math?
I don't know what I'd do without. Never mind. My lawyers. Anyways, gun show up on the board. Pork pat. Hold on. What?
Too small.
Okay, they picked Helenu. You can't see it on the screen because. Wow, Helenu and Ionized, have they ever teamed together before?
I've never actually talked to that person.
What?
In my life, so
I don't think I've ever
surprising.
seen those two team together.
Drunk Diplomat has gotten his pick sniped though, which is a little unfortunate. All I can say to Mr. Drunk Diplomat right now is hold his L, Helenu's mine, get your own. And he does go and get his own. He picks Con Mojo. I believe he's a jungle sign up, unless I'm very, very wrong.
One of the two.
Yeah, he got one of the two junglers.
That is
true. That is.
Oh, that
great.
means
That's
both
really
junglers are gone. LDG Fish was already picked up. So the jungle pool has been drafted, boys. Most of the teams do not have a jungle, or they are putting a mid in the jungle. Who's next again?
Oh no! Could it
be? Who just picked? Drunk Diplomat picked. Mystic Serpent, Sea Serpents, Miss Vipers.
It's
the team that Skull is captain of.
All right. Well, since we're oh wait, they actually do draft ABC.
ABC is a surprise to me. He has some availability concerns. By some, I mean a lot of availability concerns.
Record time, but that is true. They have hit record time.
That is true. That is this is the first time that they have picked a player within a minute. And so they are. I mean, they're going. I hope ABC's availability clears up. But as far as I know, he's going to struggle to make a lot of these games.
That's depending. It is true that he's going to have difficulty, but you can always just look at reschedule around timings as well. Especially because I think ABC is a really, really decent, like a really, really solid support, and he is willing to play both play styles, both like really peely, both really aggressive. And we do see the real gangster Dean pick up just a printer.
That is the first Neath pickup. We got printers coming up here.
I didn't know a whole printer signed up.
Well, that's because you didn't look at the Neath draft board very much, did you?
I just didn't know a printer could play Smite, I'm going to be honest.
The goat of production, let me tell you.
In all honesty, though, printers is the goat of production, goat of running leagues, just the goat of everything. A really, really solid player as well. I believe he's from Europe, but he doesn't have any available issues from what I've seen of playing in other leagues. So I think it's a really, really get pickup despite being a Neath call up. I think it's a really smart pickup.
Like every single European in the NA Smite scene, their sleep schedule is terrible. So he's very available actually.
We do see another mid pickup going to Gold Diggers, which is rounding up that team quite well. Dead Ringer is not someone I'm familiar with, but I am sure that they have something that is desirable to be drafted here. I do see Drezzy going to Miss Vipers. Miss Vipers actually getting another record on their pick times, picking up the young Go Drezzy. Quite impressive, actually. I'm genuinely impressed that they were able to make their picks so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, looking at these boards, they're starting to fill up now. One of the things that does surprise me is some of these teams are still looking for support. I think because the support pool is so limited, a lot of these teams just kind of decided to sack it and have support be one of their weaker roles. And so there's still a lot of supports. I'm assuming we'll see some supports get drafted upwards. But looking at these teams, a lot of these are starting to fill out. Gunshow Shoguns looks like a lot of names I recognize that have played together before. There's a lot of these teams. Drunk Diplomat. I think Archon Eevee, that late is kind of nuts. But
that is a pretty that's a pretty good team too.
There's definitely some really, really scary teams. But as we keep going into these drafts, we're gonna start to see some people that you would normally see in like middle divisions start to get picked up here. And so this is gonna be an interesting experience for a lot of these like lower high end to upper middle division end players to get picked up and get experience in these upper divisions, because you're not going to see, I mean, there's going to be some Neath players picked up. You don't really see printers too often in the same division as someone like ENI, so you'll see a lot of these players get that first experience of being in these highest divisions, and I think that's something that you got to watch out for. You get to see, how can these guys hang? Can these guys play with the best?
I definitely agree. As like someone, like if you're looking to get better, I think playing with people that are better than you and playing as people that are also better than you is a really good way to improve really, really quickly, because they get to, I guess, exploit your mistakes a lot more. You learn a lot. And yeah, I think it's just overall a really, really good experience. And we do see Asinus at work getting picked for Drunk Diplomats.
Very good guy. I teamed with him all last season. Even though there was a lot of rocky stuff with our team, very chill dude. Great teammate. Not a lot I can really say about him. He's just a great teammate. People picking up these supports now. I think people are starting to realize that if they don't pick it up now, they're gonna get stuck with someone who either is an off-roll support, or they're going to have to look towards the lower divisions. And because a lot of these players you don't typically see in these higher divisions, a lot of these higher division players play with these higher division players all the time. And so they're generally going to pick up people that they're comfortable with and that they've played with before. But when they have to go to these lower divisions to pick up players, they're going to have to pick up someone that they don't know, that they haven't played with before, that they're not necessarily the most comfortable with. And so I think a lot of these teams are starting to realize, well, we need to get these players now. I don't know any of these people. That's what I expected to see coming around to this point in the draft. I was literally just talking about this. These people are going to have to pick someone that they just don't know. So, I'm interested to see. Just pick a raw player.
Are you? We have acquired Mr. Nibbles to the Gunshow Shoguns.
So you said we, and I saw you typing earlier.
I mean, okay, listen. I might be helping a little bit with my new captain, but just what I bring to the team, I bring draft help. But we do see Ali the Camel pick up Adora, also as Mr. Nibbles. I think a bit of a steal actually this late, because he's a really, really decent jungle and mid player, and I think that he's going to be able to help out round this team out, depending on where everyone goes, because Ali the Camel is a fill player. He could literally play any role that you ask him to play. So, you might just have a team right now.
So, as far as I know, there are now 2 raw players left. So, it looks like every single... 3. Sorry. One of them is green. I don't know why.
Because they're fill. That's because they signed a fill. That's why they're green.
Why did they make the whole row green?
They're just their energy is too powerful that it
I
just
clicked the
seeps
wrong
through.
button.
Okay. Reaper, another, I think our second draft up. Reaper's someone I expected to be draft up. The 12th best. He's easily in the top 12 of that division. And those are all the people that are gonna go. So with 2 picks left, in theory, after the King's Court, Galactic Gangsters and the Crew could pick up one, and then you still have a whole 8-9 picks where they're all going to be Neath players. So they could in theory skip some of these. I know some of these teams might not know some of these players, and so by the way, Bubble, it is round 4. Some of these teams might skip on some of these players. Crow or Valiant, that is someone I know. Someone I know that has a history with Action Days. Someone that has played with them quite a bit, and so it complete makes sense. I don't think anyone else knew who that was, because most of the people. Well, you're in the same group. Most of the people that I had talked to just didn't know that was Crow from a long time ago, so I'm not surprised to see this.
He's an old Xbox V player that I believe hit Diamonds, who could not play anymore, and I think he also took a break from most leagues and came back.
He just won Delphi.
We do see the Crew pick up XX, another call-up.
Yeah, another player.
Bit of a hand cannon, honestly. I'm surprised that he actually was like the 3rd call-up to be drafted, because he had a pretty decent showing in like higher division like leagues and the jungle role.
By the way, you guys are missing like 2 call-ups.
I've just been corrected. I missed a few call-ups, but I'm still just gonna pretend like I was right. All I gotta say is I think Seaman is a pretty solid pickup. He's a bit of a hard carry, surprisingly, really like a hard carry type of jungler that kind of gets in there, gets kills, gets the job done. So it's gonna be really interesting seeing him play with 4 mid laners all playing mid at the same time. That's just gonna be super interesting, I think.
Wait, was Seaman listed as mid? I didn't. I thought. Hold on.
Oh, is Seaman also listed as mid?
I gotta. Oh, whoops. Oh wait, that's good that didn't show up. I thought he was listed as jungle. I might be tripping.
I think he was listed as mid as well, actually.
He's listed as mid.
Oh, dude, the Crew has not picked anyone outside of the mid role yet.
The mid. All right, well, they better keep it up. If they ever draft someone that's not a mid laner, it's over. It's over. Getting 2 picks back to back.
Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, they're right. Yeah, okay. Mystic Sea Serpents are not who I thought they were. Dean stopping the draft by himself. Very impressive.
He has used his stopping powers to have just break the entire draft. First he surrenders the draft, and now he stops it. When will he ever be stopped?
Another call up. This is great news for me. All these ADC players that are better than me are getting picked up. I'm getting picked up in Raw, so this is phenomenal news for your boy. And ooh, that is a surprising call up. DMT also picked up.
We do see Crooked Stick and DMT getting picked up. Muffin Man is actually very, very happy right now, because that's just his competition going into Raw. So he can claim his title as the best ADC in the Neath division automatically by getting rid of the competition. In fact, I would like to guess that Galactic Gangsters are going to be drafting an ADC player that is in contention of being Mother and Muffin Man, just so that the competition becomes even easier.
Actually, there is a real shot of that. I just looked at the list, and there's a real shot of that. Let's fellas, you know what? Let's get Polymorphs up here. Let's get Cyber up here. Let's get all these ADC players who are just obviously better than me. Let's get them all drafted up into Neath for me, or into Raw for me. Oh, that's Twisted Fate. Okay. That is
Twisted Fate. Yeah.
That's one of the I think now there's 2 Raw players left.
I think 2. I think it's just there's 2 left.
Unless the one that is in like the weird gray is no. Okay, I think that person was picked.
No, there's 2 left. There's 2 left.
2 Raw players. Okay. Lazado is saying that he is a Neath captain. I knew that.
Sheesh! Lazado catching. Muffin Man, smoke. getting some shots fired. The beef has already started while at the Raw draft. So, it's quite intense. We do see GG currently on the board. Not going Ghost, but Galactic Gangster is currently on the boards. I'm calling a Polymorphs pickup right here so that
Hey, I'm manifesting a Polymorphs pickup right now.
But we still get the sneaky Goat going to Action Days. Absolute gem of a human being.
What?
Not eligible. Hold on a second. What is going on? I might have made a mistake. Is he captaining by any chance? Oh, I believe that he's not eligible for Raw due to scheduling issues, if I'm not mistaken. And it is listed on the draft sheet as being not eligible. So I do think a Polymorphs pickup is not on the way. Instead, we got Aqua, who is another solo laner. Really decent person, a really decent player. Just kind of like been playing on these like mid-level divisions for a while now, and he's gotten a lot better. Yeah, he's very solid. He has a wide enough god pool, and overall, just a solid person.
I've never seen someone, dude. I have not played as many ranked games in my life as he's played this season so far. He is a ranked grinder. There we go, manifesting these pickups. Just Polymorphs.
Yes, sir.
Polymorphs is left, and then I believe the ADC pool has been gutted from everyone that I know.
Camelman is currently on the boards. He's going to be drafting someone that I think is going to shock everyone.
I was about to say you know this pick.
He will be picking me up again, actually. Not you, Bubble. He will just be drafting me for the second time. But yeah, we're about to see if we can actually manage to use the exploit glitch to draft someone twice. If we can hit the frame perfect cancel of the draft button to draft the same person twice.
Yeah, there's something about like backwards long jumping or something like that. Who knows? Gunshow Shoguns. Ooh, that is a surprise. That is definitely a surprise. One of the cutest people in the entire league.
I love him so much. He's definitely one of the I don't know. He's just a really solid player. He's a solo main. He also plays a really, really mean support, and I'm really excited to see him what he's going to be able to achieve in this higher division. We do see Drunk Diplomat making his final selection and picking up Doom Sauce 1509, which I believe is a solo support player. It could be support solo.
That's a randomly generated Xbox name.
It is. It might be a randomly generated Xbox.
That is a randomly generated. We're in the last two picks.
The last two picks of the Raw draft.
I mean, there's a lot of potential. I mean, there's some crazy stuff left around. Giggly Goose.
Do you see one of the two remaining Raw players going to CP? Giggly Goose. He's a goose that giggles, apparently. I don't know much about him. I believe I played against him in ranked today.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing Mammon support. And yeah, pretty solid, honestly.
Puckles is my pick after this draft. There is last final pick here. I mean, there's so much that they could go with here. So far they've got. Oh, looks like. Oh no, you do not get two.
You do get one, Dean. There's a single Raw player left, and I think if this goes as the last pick of the draft,
I'm just gonna say it. I believe they are fated not to be picked. Their fate is to come through in the mid-season, entirely into a new team, and then, which is what they've done which is what they did 3 seasons in a row. They come in the middle of the draft and then they win the whole thing. Sam Howell has done it 3 times.
Yeah, Sam Howell is right there.
Undrafted to mid-season pickup to winning the whole league.
To win. He has the power. If Sam Howell is the last pick of the draft, I'm calling it right now. Oh, damn. Unfortunate.
The fate is possible now.
The fate is possible. It is true.
The mid-season Sam Howell to winning the league pipeline is real. So, after... Oh, no mid-season. I read the entire rule set. And I did not know that. I genuinely read it. I read the whole thing. And did not know that. So, thank you guys for coming out. But before we leave, we're gonna give you guys one last look at these teams. Take your screenshots now, fellers. I tried to make
Screenshots now.
I tried to make this look pretty. I mean, someone else made this, and I'm gonna take credit for it because I'm the only one on stream. I tried to make this look pretty for you guys. So take your screenshots now. Coming out of the draft, there's a lot of good teams here, a lot of scary teams. I'm very excited to see some of these pull-ups. Asnus, I'm excited to see in these upper divisions, although he has played against high-level competition in AGL. The difference is the draft league now, and so it's going to be a little different. I'm excited to see him pulled up. I'm excited to see Dorky pulled up. Dorky has been in, I believe, some higher divisions, but normally just as a sub, and so maybe we'll see Dorky get some playing time and really get some. The biggest one that I'm really excited to see is Aqua. I want to see Aqua get some time. I want to see Aqua make some maneuvers and really get
moves.
going.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for a lot of these big pull-ups. To see if they can really make a stand. Really excited to see that all these ADC players got pulled up. Yeah, and really just thank you guys for coming out. Very successful first draft show. I'm your host Muffin. I'm joined by the wonderful, the beautiful, my own Pookie Bear, Ian Eist. And that'll be all for tonight. We will see you guys tomorrow.
Whoa.
We won't.
You got to plug. You got to plug the next draft, you know?
I literally said tomorrow.
I know. No, yeah, but you didn't, like, you want to plug it beforehand. I'll plug it for you, Mr. Muffin Man. Tomorrow night, you get the final conclusion of the Neath draft, you know, at 8 o'clock Eastern, right when the Royal Rumble, of course, starts. So watch that instead if you want, I guess. But, thanks for everyone coming out here. I'd like to special thanks to Ian Eist and Muffin Man for putting this together. And I remember, if you're watching this and you have any issues with your team, you can replace any player on your team with a Neath pull-up until the Neath draft starts. So if there's any issues with anyone on your team, and you want to drop them, you can, and then we can put them. And then you can pull any Neath player up to replace them before, like 3 hours before the Neath draft.
Polymorphs is still on the board. Very versatile player. Highly vouched for him.
Please grab Polymorphs. Please save Muffin Man. Make Muffin Man the best ADC on the division by default, please.
Yeah. Thank you guys all for coming out. Make sure you guys show up tomorrow and the next day. Great shows all around.
Oh, also, yes, yeah. Have a good one, everyone.
And we will see you guys 8 p.m. tomorrow. Don't forget it. No scouting games. Because Bubble doesn't like those. Blame him, ping him. And that'll be all for tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.